Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and the time that you're going to be seeing this video. So, some persons reached out to me and they asked that sometimes I tell my stories using the video format, and so that's why I'm doing this today. They said it would be easier for them to play video to listen than for them to take in long write-ups because of what they are engaged in. And so today I want to share a story. It is not a story I'm proud of. It's not something I want to share because it's going to bring me good. But I feel I should share it for a reason. You know, the book of Proverbs 22, verse 15 stated very clearly that in the heart of a child are bound foolishness, but the rod of correction shall drive it far away. You know, I had an experience in my very early days. I think I was in primary three or primary four. And then we had neighbors who would always give their keys to my mom to keep. So that when they come back from work, they pay their key and they go into their apartment. And so on a certain day, one of the children in the house, okay, they actually owned the house, she came to me and she requested for some of these keys that she needed to use them. You know, I was foolish and then I gave her these keys. But it didn't end there. She took the keys, she used the key on that day and returned the key. Another time she came, she used the key, she returned the keys. Another time she came, I think about the fourth time or so, she requested I go with her. And then my mind was already curious as to what she was doing with the keys. So I actually followed her and then I entered the apartment. While at the apartment, I got to know that she was picking monies from different places in the rooms. That is, I don't know how she got to know that there were monies there, but she was picking monies and I was just watching. And so after that day raid, it was actually a raid. I went for robbery. She gave me 2 naira, one naira piece of money, one naira. She gave me 2 naira, and then I kept it in the house. I was glad I had 2 naira, but I was afraid to use the money. I was afraid to spend it. And so there was a time, some time ago, I wrote on this platform that my mommy took my 2 naira. That was actually 2 naira. It wasn't a good 2 naira. It was dirty money. She took the money, thinking it was our money. It was actually my money. The money I got from my first raid of robbery. so, so a few days later, she came and she asked for the keys and also asked that I go with her. At this time, unknowing to us, the owners of these rooms were already not just that they were suspicious, they already knew that something was happening. So they already had a plan to come home earlier than before. And so this day they came early and unfortunately were inside. To cut a long story short, we were caught. Oh God, I could not raise my head. I could not look into their faces because they made very profound statements. Like this other person or this what they know could steal. But that their shock is to see me with her. That how did I get to be a part of it? And that because of that, there's nothing they could do. Their hands were tied because I was the last person they expected to be a part of the one stealing their money. Of course, I could not explain to them that this is just my second time. And it's only 2 naira I've had. I couldn't talk. And so we reported to our parents. The whole street gathered though. It was a very shameful outing. Dad gave me the beating of my life. He used the rod of correction to remove foolishness from this brain. I still have the mark here till tomorrow. People ask me how I got the scar. I tell them it was the lesson my daddy taught me. It's still here. And so why am I sharing this story? Why do I feel a need to share it? It is shameful, but children still fall victims. Some of us, some of our children are like me. The me then, the seeming good girl who was influenced. I entered a place I was not supposed to enter, and it brought shame to me. It took years. When I say years, I mean years. It took years for me to break out from that shame. It took years for me to be able to raise my head. In the whole of the street, I didn't get to know people. I was always indoor. I was not ready to relate anymore because in my mind, I was the worst child on that street because I took a wrong step. I went with her into a room I was not supposed to go into. And then she gave me money. I took it without telling anyone. You have that child. You have that word in your care. Please, let's be watchful. Let's talk to them so they do not do the wrong things. And in our nation, let's do the right thing. Election are just before us. Let's not be like me, going in the wrong company. Let's go in the right company. Let's get it right. Let's do right by ourselves. And let's do this nation proud. God bless you. I'll see you again soon. Bye, people. Bye.